Times are changing and Midjourney has just released social profiles on their website. So if I head into midjourney.com and come right down the bottom left here, you notice I now have a profile with some profile images. Now I've already set this up and it's actually really quite easy. All you need to do is head to midjourney.com, and if you already have a membership, you'll be prompted to set up with this setup screen you see right here. So you want to give yourself a unique username that people can simply type in. So something like there's just one word, and then a display name, something that's going to be displayed. You can add spaces and capitals in there. So that's what shows up when people go to your profile. Now I'm going to claim my username here, but if it's already taken, you will miss out. And from there, it's pretty easy. You can simply click through to your ID photo. You can do a bit of a search and find what you're after, or you can generate a new image by clicking this button. But otherwise, you can filter over on the right until you scroll down and find something you think is going to work as an ID profile photo for you to use. And I think this is a really cool photo. It has a face in it. I'm going to run with that. And of course, you want to then fill out the fields in here to your profile. So add in the information that I want. It's pretty straightforward. Then I head up to choose a cover image, similar to like what you'd have on a Facebook profile. But this time I'm just going to generate something and pick the one I think looks best. Now there's no way to add a prompt. It just sort of comes up with something, but I'm going to choose this last image, and now my profile has been filled out. Now I ran through that pretty quick, but essentially all you really need to worry about is simply going in there, just click on the fields, even just from top to bottom, and you can just fill them out. It's pretty straightforward. You don't really need a tutorial on this, but when I'm done, I simply click the update button and my profile has now been created. And of course, you can see my name and information here, but if I decided that I want to change that, I can come up to the little pencil icon next to my name and change any of those details. I'm going to mention that I cover Midjourney tutorials on my YouTube channel here, so that way anyone who visits my profile can click through, see some of those tutorials, and of course I can do that anytime I want if I need to update, change any images, or personalize my profile. But there's a lot more to it than that. First of all, we head back in and you can see at the top here we have Spotlight. So I don't have anything in there. I can actually click here to spotlight something and pick my favorite images. So I can search through and find something like my Super Mario Stalin image. I can find anything on here, maybe this image or this video, I should say. And I can hit this little pin icon to spotlight it. And I can go through, maybe even I right click on this one, spotlight video. I've got a lot of videos in here. I can even go maybe one of these Hulk images. I can even just click the pin there. So there's a few different ways you can spotlight images for your profile or videos. So I simply come back, and now when I head to spotlight, you see I've got these three here. So I can go through and completely customize this area. Or if I want to remove one of these, I can simply click this button again and it will disappear. But of course, if I want to add it back in, I simply have to head back to that image and hit the little pin icon for it to reappear on the spotlight. And of course, you can simply go into your Organize tab. If you find something you like there, click on that, and then spotlight using the pin again. And of course, if you ever want to go back to your profile, just come down to your name down the bottom, and you'll land, and I have my spotlight here. Now, obviously, I may not run with these images, but for the sake of the tutorial, you can see how it works. Archive simply lists everything that you have in your Organize tab, except for the things you have privately. So you notice there's a lot of images here, and you can't see if I go to Organize, the images at the very top here of the line. If I click on that line, when I generated this image, I go to my drop down, I have stealth mode on. Now in order to access stealth mode, and I'll come back to this in a sec, I need to go in. If I manage my subscription, you need to be on the Pro plan or above to access stealth mode generation. So that's pretty handy if you have images you want to hide. Otherwise, it's just an unfiltered view of all the images that you've created. But heading back to my profile, go to archive. If there's anything on here I don't want to show, so maybe I don't want to show this Hulk image, I can click on that. As long as I have the Pro plan or above, I can go to these three little drop downs. I can make this image private, and that way it won't show up in a public profile. But of course, if I have a private image under my Organize tab, so maybe again I come back to this line, I click on these three dots, I can make it public. So I've made that public, and now when I head back to my profile, archive, you'll see the entire grid is now public. But also don't forget you have the bulk image tools you can use in Organize as well. So if I were to say hold down Shift and select a few different images or even a full day, once I have all these images selected, I can still go to more down here and make these public or make them private. So that's another very quick way if you want to organize a whole bunch of images all at once. It's pretty easy if you have that plan to choose what you do and don't want to see. But on top of that, under following, you notice I'm actually following two people. So the way that this works is pretty simple. First of all, I mean, if I'm on my profile, I can click the link here and copy a link to my profile. So I'll pop that in a pinned comment and in the description below. But otherwise, if I want to discover some profiles, there's a few different ways I can do that. So I can come over here to random profile and cycle through. I actually really like what this person has created. So I'll go up here to follow. I can flag it if I think they're doing inappropriate things. So yep, report the user. Otherwise I click follow. And now I can follow that profile. So that means you can then start to follow your favorite creators. And if I head up to the explore page, so I come up here to explore. Now at the moment I'm on the styles tab. If I go to images, maybe I decide I like this image here. If I click on the username, I can click the plus button to follow them, or just simply click and see what they've created. So on top of that, and if you happen to be the person who owns this profile and you're watching this video, I apologize, I'm going to unfollow you. That's how you unfollow someone, is by just clicking that button again. So now I head back to my profile, and this is really cool because, again, there's Spotlight, there's Archive. I can go through and customize my organized page a bit better by making things private, making things public. I can also, I get to promote my Instagram and YouTube here. And if you go to your profile, you notice there's an X and a Pinterest section as well. So if you want to put those in there, you can also do that. I've left my X blank because I don't really use X that much anymore. I still use it here time to time, but it's not really something I'm super active on. But otherwise, you can pretty much customize this to the way you want. But there are a few little things you need to know, is that if I want to customize my ID photo, it needs to be an aspect ratio of 1:1. So again, if I come back in to edit my profile, click on this to change my profile image, you'll notice it can only use a square image with a 1:1 aspect ratio. So if you want to prompt for an image, you can add it into this list of images here and then choose it pretty easily. And of course, if we go up to this top banner image, an aspect ratio of 11:3 is what we need. So this has just generated some random images, but if I want something that's a little bit more customized, I can actually go through and generate image. So let's say we go 11:3 here. So I'm going to go up to my Midjourney prompt bar. I'm going to add in a prompt, which I like to use for random images, which is error 64K, just like a random prompt that I use to create cool images. And then I'm going to add in my -AR aspect ratio of 11:3. Now, also you can use the drop down here and just simply type 11:3 in here. Just make sure you don't have the parameter on if these are different. But otherwise, got version 7. New aspect ratio, I submit that, and I've got these pretty cool images here that I've generated, and I've actually made a mistake. So one thing you'll notice, I actually didn't read the whole paragraph. It says 11:3 aspect ratio with either a personalization code, a mood board, or sref code. So just remember that also. So what I need to do, I'm actually going to come back to my Create tab, use the exact same prompt. This time I'm going to turn on my personalization. I can also choose a mood board or add an sref code. So what I do, I submit that, and now I'm going to head back in to edit my cover image in my profile. And you may notice, I quickly cut back. If I want to add this to my profile image, again, it needs the same thing, a personalization code, mood board, or sref code. I think this is because Midjourney wants to make sure people's profile images are actually customized to things they've created. So obviously sref codes we don't really create at this stage, but I think that personalization is just a way of keeping people from just kind of like snatching other people's images. So now I have some more images here, this time done with my personalization turned on. I think this one with the TV is pretty cool. So again, I go back into my profile, click on the pencil, edit, and now those new images have shown up here. So I click on that, choose image, and now I have a new image added to my profile after I click update. And that's in there. So something to consider if you really want to personalize your profile. You can have a bit of fun with this. But overall, that's essentially how you can customize your profile. I'm going to spend a little bit of time customizing mine. But otherwise, I mean, that's a pretty cool feature to be able to link off and send people to. Very fun. And it's a great sort of update by Midjourney by adding a bit more of a community aspect to the website. So I hope you found that useful, and if you did, go to midjourney.com, check it out, and customize your own profile. But otherwise, that's the video for today, guys. Just a quick update. Hope you found it useful. If you did, please consider giving the video a like. Otherwise, hope to see you again soon. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.